Hey guys, welcome to my BookTube anniversary video. Big disclaimer before we get started, I am sick today, and I probably could have not filmed today. I'm a few days ahead with Vlogmas, but I'm kind of getting bored of just lying around. So contrary to what my mug says, this is not hot cocoa, this is ginger ale. And I'm sitting here in like one of my coziest sweaters, which also just happens to be the same video I used in, or the same sweater I wore in yesterday's video. I've got a blanket, I've got a heating pad, and I definitely know I'm going to be a little bit less energy than normal, but I'm so tired of lying around. I had to do something, so I thought I would film this. So today is the day this goes live anyway, my 2-year BookTube anniversary. The very first video, well, it's kind of, I had a couple other book videos that I did, but I never really tried to join BookTube until 2 years ago. So my very first video was the BookTube newbie tag, and I don't know, I don't want to go back and watch it, but I can leave it linked below if you do. I can't handle watching my younger self, but like older videos. Oh man, please give me grace for all the like things that don't make sense in this video. I feel like I should watch the Parks and Rec flu season video, because that's what I'm feeling like right now. And now I'm getting really warm, so let's turn the heating pad off. Have a drink of ginger ale. I don't think I've had this since I was a kid. Had quite a few big bouts of the stomach bug, and I was a little worried this was just going to make me feel nauseous just smelling it and drinking it, but so far so good. Okay, so last month, this is really going to bother me, this is crooked. There we go. Okay, last month Gloria posted her 1-year BookTube anniversary, and she took 2 tags and kind of merged them together. I'm going to take some of those questions that she answered and answer them in this video, and then I will leave the original creators, I'll leave Gloria's channel below and the original creators of the 2 tags that she took and joined together. Okay, well, we're gonna kind of skip over the first question, is because that's how many years on BookTube, and I just said that. How have you changed from your first video to now? Oh, I hope in lots of ways. I didn't go back and watch it, but I hope lots of different ways. I definitely am much more confident in front of the camera. And as far as like reading stuff goes, I feel more confident in the types of books that I like. I used to just read kind of like whatever, and therefore I read a lot of mediocre books, but I feel like I've been able to narrow down what I like, and therefore I read a lot of books that I really enjoy, because I kind of know what works for me and what doesn't. What are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year, and why? Oh, I had brought this up. Now can I even find them? The first one is a recent one, and that was my books that Kathleen Kelly would like, because that was just a random idea that came to me, and I feel like it was very unique, and I had a lot of fun thinking about the kinds of books that Kathleen Kelly would like that were not ones that were in the movie. My second one, okay, now I forget. Oh yes, my reading vlog that I did a month or 2 ago, where I was reading The Thursday Murder Club, North and South. That one just gave me all sorts of awesome books in that video. That doesn't really make any sense, but I read some real favorites in that video, so that was really fun. My other one I'm going to say is not the last reading vlog that I shared, but the one that was at the beginning of this month, because I got some like awesome footage of frost in that video, some of my favorite video footage ever, and I also read some really good Christmas books. You guys, now I'm just like sweating. Okay, take off the socks, take off the blanket, drink some more ginger ale. Oh, okay. I don't drink pop, like, or soda for my American friends, ever. It doesn't really work with my stomach, but I can't handle the fizz. My eyes just start watering right away. Okay, question. Oh, and then the other question kind of as part of 3 was, what video are you most proud of and why? So I'll just leave it with the other question. Number 4 is, what is your most popular video? And I think this is a very close tie. I have one that is moving up really fast. So let's just see here. Views. What most viewed? Okay, well, I had... Right. Before I started my channel, I actually had an adoption video on here. So that's private now. But my one that is the most is my Christian fiction book recommendations that I did last year. And I think the one that I did this year, because I kind of want to update it every year, is not even close to the top. So somehow that one is getting really popular. And then my second closest, the one that I just filmed last month that is gaining popularity, is my first Agatha Christie mystery solving attempt. Yeah, those 2 are my top. What have you struggled with on BookTube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? / what is the hardest thing about creating videos for YouTube? Okay. Well, the next one talks about negative feedback or comments, so we'll leave that, but that would definitely be part of it. A big thing for me is having a narrow window to film in. I really like natural light. I don't always use natural light in reading vlogs because they take place over the course of a day or a few days. But between homeschooling my kids and having a preschooler, and for most of the year having a kid under 1 as well, then it's been a narrow window where I can film like right after lunch for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half if all things go well. So that I find really hard, especially if for whatever reason I'm not feeling it at the moment. It can be hard to like force myself to film, which I still think is good because it pushes me and I want to push myself to grow, but it can be hard sometimes. Number 6 is, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments? How do you handle it? So I would include this as one of the hardest things, but since it's its own question, we will keep it at that. Yes. Now, okay, now I need a blanket again. This is going to be awesome video for you guys to watch. Thankfully, I figured the people that would be watching this video are people that have been here a while and care and are not the kind of people that are going to be leaving negative comments, so you'll be okay with me being sick on here. Yeah, negative feedback and comments, for the most part, 99.9%. I can't actually think of anyone that wasn't. Pretty much the people that leave negative comments are people that have never commented before, and from what I can tell, like haven't watched my videos before. So they're kind of trolls, but they're actual people, just, yeah. So I find that hard. In my Christian YouTuber recommendation video, I got a comment that I actually reported as spam. I don't usually do. But they were like, what's next? KKK booktuber recommendations? And it's like, I don't know this person. They've never commented before. Obviously, like, this isn't a video for them. But that really bothered me. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah, okay. How do I handle it? Well, I pretty much try to think of all the people that leave nice comments. It's so hard though. Like, you know, you can have so many nice comments and it's still those mean ones that get to you. But this community, just being involved in the community, replying to the positive comments is really helpful. What's the best book you've read in the past year? Oh, I did not know this question was coming. Okay, I'm going to do like a best and worst books of the year video soon. So I haven't really thought about this. I don't think I would put this as my best book of the year, but the most surprising to me was The Thursday Murder Club. I thought it would just be like an average book, and I think the audiobook really made it for me, but that one was so funny. I really loved reading that one. Where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? I don't know. I hope that the community continues to grow and be a mostly positive place. I do hope to bring back Patreon in January or shortly after. I hope that what I hope to achieve is I hope that people can see the gospel through my words. I hope I can be a light in the community and also just more community. What was an unexpected surprise of being on YouTube? Well, I mean the community part, but how many times can I talk about that? The second thing I'm going to say is actually how it raised my confidence. Not only my confidence in talking to a camera, but just my everyday confidence. I realized I'm not perfect. Well, I mean, I knew this before, but it just helped me to get over my imperfection more and like kind of just embrace it. Like, yeah, I mess up all the time, but it's just who I am, and I'm growing, but I'm definitely an imperfect person. So that's been unexpected. Thoughts on equipment. What has been the most useful piece of equipment you've bought? I don't want people to think that you have to have amazing equipment to be on YouTube. I mean, maybe depending on your niche, you need to be, or need to have some, but on BookTube, like tons of people just film on their phone. For me, I used to have a photography business. I shot a lot of weddings. And so I'm a bit of a camera gearhead. That being said, I had like sold everything before I started YouTube. So I got a camera shortly after starting. First, I did use my phone. I think the two things that have made the biggest difference are a microphone. I find it so much easier to edit my videos because my camera doesn't pick up audio very well at all, so that makes that so much easier. And then I bought a separate lens for my camera. It came with a kit lens, and I like to be able to have a little bit more leeway. The lens I have lets me shoot in a little bit lower light and get the nice like blurry background effect that people like so much in some of my B-roll stuff. So not necessary, but as someone that's a bit of a gearhead, there's two things that I like. Okay, I think this is the last question I'm going to answer. What advice would you give to someone thinking of starting YouTube? Honestly, my biggest piece of advice is just to start. I think it's probably about a year ago that Becca from Hicks Picks Books and Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia started their channels. I'm pretty sure it was like right around here. And now they have subscribers and have grown a community and have this place on the internet to talk about books. Whereas I know people that have like wanted to start but get a little scared and don't start. And it's like, well, just start. You can learn along the way. If you have things that need to change, you know, like I was talking about audio and your video quality or whatever, you can do that along the way. I think the biggest thing is just to get out there, start filming, because the hardest part, at least for me, was just to get comfortable on the camera. And so if you can kind of work through some of those kinks while you're also dealing with your equipment kinks, I think that's a good thing to do. I think that would be my biggest thing, especially I feel like BookTube, it's not a competitive community, it is like a community. The more people on here, the more we have people that we can talk to, the more that we get book recommendations. Oh my goodness, I think I mentioned Amy, yes, in my library haul. So she just started a YouTube channel, and she's been a commenter for quite some time, and that's great. But now that I'm watching her videos, I am just getting a long TBR of classic children's books that I've never heard of before. And I don't think I would have grown that list without Amy. So I think the more people on here, the better. And then especially as someone who puts content out there and then talks to people in the comments, it's so nice to see their faces after talking to them for a while. When people start their YouTube channels, I really like that. Yeah, and I really do think that I want to do something this next year in regards to like helping people start YouTube channels / improve YouTube channels. Like I said before, mine's not amazing, but I really do like talking about the behind the scenes stuff and the gear and like, I don't know, different things to do, that kind of thing. So I'm contemplating how to work that out, but I do hope to do that sometime in the next few months, start that at least. Okay, so that is it for the questions that I have. So if you are on BookTube and have an anniversary coming up, I'd love for you to answer these questions or follow the YouTubers that I leave linked below and see what questions they have there. And if you are not a BookTuber, if you're a commenter and aren't interested in starting a BookTube channel, just tell me one thing that you enjoy from the BookTube community. Because even if you aren't posting videos, I'm hoping you guys are still getting lots from it. So thanks for watching, guys. I think I made it through this video. I think it's okay, I can post it. I don't think I look too dead. I had a nap this morning already, and yeah, it's one of those days. But hopefully I'll be back filming tomorrow and feeling great. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here as I go on my journey, and just thank you so much for all your support.